Peace, infinite waters diving deep once again. When you want to talk to a woman or a guy, but you're afraid, who you gonna blame? Subconscious. When you want to leave your job and travel, but you're scared, who you gonna blame? Subconscious. When you want to live your dream, but you can't, who you gonna blame? Subconscious. Da 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 da. All right. Can I get a hello there? Subconscious mind hacks that could save your life. How to align your subconscious mind with your conscious desires. Now, I've spoken about the subconscious mind, but not enough. What is the subconscious mind? This is the reptilian part of our brain, over 250 million years old, which has evolved. It hasn't evolved, it's still the same. It's still running 95% of the show. Now, I wrote that 95% of the population are sticking to the script. We just go along to get along. Only 5% of the population have the courage to follow their dreams. Now, only 5% of what we do, our behavior, is coming from a conscious place. So can you see the link? We're digesting food. That is the subconscious mind. It is our autopilot. I love the great psychologist Fritz Perls, who said, lose your mind and come to your senses. So along my journey in becoming my greatest version, I had to find ways to hack this programming, because that's what the subconscious mind is. It is our habits, our old patterns, and it is 1 million times more powerful than the conscious mind. So the first hack was the subconscious dance. Just like that. Just wave your hands up and down. Because the subconscious mind is our body and it governs so much, it doesn't listen to what we are telling it. It's like this. So that's why you have to dance with it. You have to mimic it. So it starts following your behavior, which are your conscious desires. A lot of us, we're reading self-help books, but the subconscious mind doesn't understand words. It only understands images. It is our feelings, our emotions. So by dancing, we are moving into our body where the subconscious lives. That way we can start reprogramming it to give us our desired behavior we want. Otherwise, we are just living in this habitual pattern which is not serving us. The second hack is to become aware of what you watch. Now, a lot of us, we love horror films. The people that make these films, they know that their job is only complete when you go home and you wake up in the middle of the night and say, oh my gosh, what was I dreaming of? Because they work on your subconscious mind, which is subliminal programming, you see. And that's why a lot of us, we don't realize that a picture is worth 1,000 words. That's why they call it a dress code. Because we are more geared towards images. The conscious part of the brain is called the prefrontal cortex. But because the subconscious is the reptilian part, it is all about fight or flight. It is all about self-preservation, protecting itself from danger. Now, as soon as I wake up, I am very conscious of the images I place before me. What are we watching? How is it helping us become our greatest version? More so, what are we listening to? Because songs are frequencies. So it's programming us in a subliminal way. That's why I love the 432 hertz frequency. It does wonderful things because the only way to start reprogramming the subconscious mind is by realizing that music is the universal language. When you can start changing the frequencies of how your body moves, now you start hacking the subconscious mind. But if we are inviting what I call noise into our body, now we will be keeping the same subconscious mind in the same old pattern. But inspirational music, I love bossa nova. It does wonders. It talks directly to our feelings and emotions, and this is where the power lies to change our life for the better. Number 3 is change your environment. Now, the reason why I always talk of how important the subconscious mind is because if you suffer from depression or panic attacks or anxiety, you can't talk about being freed from these ailments. No. You have to start realizing that the only way to cure ourselves is to start placing ourselves in environments that complement our own energy. You have epigenetics. How our environment, how the perception we have of ourselves changes our DNA structure. More so, it works on the subconscious mind, the part of the mind we are not aware of that is running the show. Number 4, mindfulness meditation. I do this every single day. You feel alive. When you become conscious of every single moment, every single step, it's not easy. I'm still working on it every single day, but in the process, it's been wonderful. Because here is the subconscious mind. When you are not paying attention, the subconscious mind is taking over. So you're driving, oh, what's that? But you're still driving. Who's doing that? It is your subconscious mind protecting you from having a crash. It is a beautiful thing once you make it your ally. At the same time, many of us, we allow it to control us. By stepping into mindfulness meditation, now you have supreme control over the primitive side of your brain. And it not only brings harmony, but it brings clarity. Now, we can talk of depression for a moment. The hippocampus was seen to be smaller, 9% to 13% smaller in women who were depressed compared to women who weren't. Now, what is a catalyst for shrinking the hippocampus? Stress. So I made the link in my own research that neuroplasticity, this is where our brain changes based on our experience. By using mindfulness meditation, we are changing the structure of our brain. We are de-stressing. Therefore, we are now hacking the subconscious mind. We are bringing it in alignment to our true conscious desires. It's all about having that congruence with the way we feel to what we want in our life. Now, with the law of attraction, which I talk of, the universe does not give us what we want. The universe gives us how we feel. Okay, let's go to number 5. Use words that empower you. I can and I will. Now, what I found out about the subconscious mind is that everything is real. It can't distinguish between real and fake. That means that it can't distinguish between I can't and I can. You see, by using a lot of negatives like I can't, now this locks us down into a pattern, a fixed way of thinking and feeling. When we just say I can, even if we can't, now we start embodying our deepest desires. Now, I always say that words are the commands that govern our very existence. So I see words are the catalyst for helping us step into radical action. So what I do is I am aware that if these words aren't serving me, then guess what? I'm not saying them. I'm sorry. But a lot of us, we talk down towards ourselves, not realizing this is directly affecting our subconscious mind. The subconscious mind is the hard drive of our body. It has total recall. It lives in the present. It is always awake. It is always active. It never goes to sleep. What? Not even a day off? No. 24/7. So even when we are sleeping, we are talking to ourselves. The question is, what are we saying? Is it coming from a place of love, or is it coming from a place of fear? You see? And the words that we tell ourselves most often is what we end up becoming. Number 6. I realized along my journey that within the subconscious mind, because it's programming, it is non-stop programming from friends and family. Those first 7 years of our life govern how we behave. So in hacking our behavior, we must become aware that we are not our behavior. Give ourselves a chance to step into our uniqueness. The dream journal. When you go to sleep, you have a dream. That is your subconscious mind communicating to you. And what happens? A lot of us, we forget about it, but it's still there. So once you start to trust your subconscious mind, surrender to it, realize the intelligence it has, and after all, it is our loyal ally in helping us become our greatest versions. Now we step into our true power. Because The dreams we have are reflections of the life we live. And number 7, the last mind hack is doing something different every single day. Change your routine, change your pattern, change the kinds of clothes you are wearing, what you are eating, put a little bit of gravy in there, put a little bit of kale in there, put an avocado in there. Because variety is the spice of life. But also this helps us to reprogram our subconscious mind to bring it in alignment with our conscious desires and goals. What happens when we keep doing the same thing over and over and over and over again? We create reinforcement. More so, we create a prison. And now it becomes harder to step outside our comfort zone. So you want to go and talk to a woman or a man and you say, I'm going to approach them. Yeah. But your subconscious mind says, oh, no, you're not. And you end up not doing it. But what happens the moment you do? You start rewriting the program to say, wait a minute. I am going to take the leap of faith and see what happens, because I am greater than fear. I am greater than my old programs. More so, I am worthy for a new experience. And hopefully you don't get rejected. If you do, if at first you don't succeed, try again. And if you get rejected, then keep trying. One day you will find that person. And that person is really you in the mirror. Okay. Finito. Finished. Once we do new things, we are creating new brain cells. More so, we are creating synthesis between the old brain, the subconscious mind, the reptilian brain, the brainstem, and the new brain, the cortex, where all our processing happens between the past, present, and future, the abstract part of our brain. But the beautiful thing about the subconscious mind is that it knows anything is possible. What I've seen is so powerful is when you are loving towards it. More so when you are loving towards yourself, now you start hacking those old rigid programs. So there you have it. Hack your subconscious mind away until you manifest your deepest desires. We are here, infinite waters, diving deep once again. Stay well, stay healthy.